before the day fully arrives, before messages, responsibilities, and expectations begin to move toward you. There is this quiet space. You are here in it now. Nothing is being asked of you. Nothing needs to be solved. Nothing needs to be proven. Let yourself feel that. Take a slow breath in, not to force calm, but simply to notice that you are breathing, and gently let it go. Your body already knows how to settle when you allow it. Feel the surface beneath you. Whether you are sitting or lying down, there is something supporting your weight. You are not holding yourself up alone. Let your shoulders soften just slightly. Let your jaw relax. Let your hands rest without effort. There is no performance here. No one is watching. No one is measuring how well you are doing this. You are simply arriving. Take another slow breath in and a longer, unhurried breath out. And as you exhale, imagine releasing a small layer of tension. Not everything at once, just the outer edge. You don't need to let go of your entire story this morning. Just loosen your grip. Fear often hides in small, quiet places, in the tightening of the chest, in the subtle clenching of the stomach, in the thoughts that rush ahead, trying to prepare for every possible outcome. Notice if any of that is present, not to judge it, not to fight it, just to acknowledge it. Fear is not weakness. It is simply a signal that something feels uncertain, and uncertainty is part of being alive. But you do not need to carry fear into this new day as if it defines you. You can feel it and still choose calm. You can notice it and still choose steadiness. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, imagine placing yesterday gently behind you, not erasing it, not denying it, just letting it rest. You do not need to relive every conversation. You do not need to replay every mistake. You do not need to anticipate every possible problem waiting ahead. This morning is not a continuation of pressure. It is a reset of presence. Feel that. Your breath is steady. Your body is here. Your awareness is awake. That is enough to begin. Now, gently bring your attention to your chest. Notice the space around your heart, whether it feels open, guarded, tight, or neutral. Simply notice, and without forcing anything, allow your next breath to move through that space. Inhale as if you are creating room. Exhale as if you are softening what has been rigid. Fear often whispers that you are not ready, that something will go wrong, that you must stay alert at all times. But there is another voice inside you, quieter, steadier. It does not shout. It simply knows. It knows that you have made it through difficult days before. It knows that you are capable of responding when challenges arise. It knows that you do not need to solve everything before it happens. Let yourself lean into that quieter voice now, not as blind optimism, but as grounded trust. Trust is not pretending everything will be easy. Trust is knowing that you can meet whatever comes with presence. Feel your feet or the lower part of your body, wherever it connects to the ground or the surface beneath you. That connection is real. It is solid. It does not rush. Let it remind you that stability is available in this moment. Take another slow breath. Inhale steady. Exhale, releasing. And as you continue breathing, Allow yourself to consider this. What if you did not need to brace yourself for today? What if you could step into it with openness instead of defense? What if you could move through the hours ahead without carrying the constant expectation that something will go wrong? You don't have to answer those questions with words. Just let them soften something inside you. Fear often comes from imagining a future that has not yet arrived. But right now, in this moment, you are safe. Right now, nothing is demanding your reaction. Right now, you can simply be. Let your breath deepen naturally. Notice the gentle rise and fall. Notice the quiet rhythm. This rhythm has been with you through every chapter of your life, through stress, through joy, through uncertainty. Your breath has remained. Let it anchor you. There is strength in this simplicity. You do not need dramatic transformation. This morning, you need steadiness. You need clarity. You need to remember that you are not defined by anxious thoughts. As you breathe, imagine fear as something you are holding in your hands, not fused to you, not woven into your identity, just something you've been carrying. Look at it gently, and then, with your next exhale, imagine setting it down beside you. You don't need to throw it away. You don't need to fight it. Just set it down. You can pick it up later if you truly need it. But for now, you are allowed to rest without it. Feel the difference, even if it is subtle, even if it is just a small shift in your shoulders, a small easing in your stomach. That shift matters. Now bring your awareness back to your breath again. Inhale is calm. Exhale is soft. Let this be your quiet affirmation. You do not need fear to stay prepared. You do not need tension to stay responsible. You do not need constant worry to stay in control. Control is not the same as clarity, and clarity grows in calm soil. Think of someone in history who moved with quiet strength, someone who faced uncertainty without panic. Nelson Mandela spent years in confinement and still emerged with composure. He did not allow fear to shape his inner world completely. He chose steadiness again and again. You carry that same capacity for steadiness, not because you are extraordinary, but because you are human, and humans are capable of deep resilience when they stop fighting themselves. Let your breath move through you again. Inhale, allowing trust to enter gently. Exhale, releasing the need to predict every outcome. Trust does not mean you will never feel afraid. It means fear does not get to lead. You lead with calm, with awareness, with maturity. There is emotional strength in saying, I do not know exactly what today will bring, but I trust myself to respond. Let that settle into you. Feel it not as a loud declaration, but as a grounded understanding. Your life does not require you to be fearless. It requires you to be present. And presence is something you are practicing right now. Stay here, breathing, softening, allowing. And as this sense of calm begins to take root more deeply within you, you may start to feel that trust is not something distant or abstract. It is forming quietly inside you, steady and patient, preparing you to step into this day with a little less fear and a little more you to step in this journey. And as that quiet trust continues to form inside you, Notice how it does not rush. It does not demand certainty. It does not insist that everything will go perfectly. It simply steadies you. Stay with that feeling. Inhale gently. Exhale as slowly. You are not trying to become someone new this morning. You are remembering who you are. When fear is not gripping the wheel, there is a version of you that moves through life with calm awareness, not because nothing ever goes wrong, but because you no longer assume that difficulty means defeat. Fear often tells a story before anything has happened. It predicts outcomes. It imagines rejection. It expects failure. But right now, in this breath, none of those stories are real. Right now, there is only this moment. Feel your body again. Notice the quiet steadiness in your posture. Even if you feel subtle tension, there is also stability. Let your breath deepen slightly, not by force, but by permission. Inhale, allowing space. Exhale, releasing effort. There is strength in allowing. There is intelligence in softening. When you stop bracing yourself against the unknown, you conserve energy. When you stop assuming the worst, you create room for possibility. You are not RV for choosing trust. You are grounded. Bring your awareness to your stomach area. This is where anxiety often gathers. Notice if there is tightness there. Without trying to push it away, let your next breath move into that space. Inhale, expanding gently. Exhale, easing. Again. Inhale, creating room. Exhale, loosening. You are not fighting your fear. You are teaching your body that it does not need to stay in constant alert. You are reminding yourself that not every moment is a threat. There is maturity in that reminder. Trust is built in small, quiet decisions. Choosing to breathe instead of panic. Choosing to pause instead of react. Choosing to believe in your resilience instead of your doubt. Think about the challenges you have already survived. Moments that once felt overwhelming. Days you were not sure you would handle well. And yet, here you are. You did not move through those experiences perfectly. You moved through them humanly. And that was enough. Let that truth land softly. You are capable of navigating uncertainty. You have evidence of that. Take another breath. Inhale as steady. Exhale calm. Imagine stepping into today with your shoulders relaxed instead of raised, with your jaw unclenched instead of tight, with your mind open instead of guarded. What would change? Perhaps your conversations would feel lighter. Perhaps your decisions would feel clearer. Perhaps you would notice small moments of beauty instead of scanning constantly for danger. Fear narrows your vision. Trust widens it. Let your awareness widen now. Notice the subtle sounds around you, the quiet atmosphere of the morning, the simple fact that a new day has begun. This is not dramatic. It is ordinary, and there is power in ordinary beginnings. You do not need extraordinary motivation to move forward. You need steadiness. You need calm. You need to trust that you can handle what comes. Bring your attention back to your heart space once more. Imagine a gentle warmth there, not something intense, just steady, as if a small light has been turned on inside you. This light is not dependent on circumstances. It is your awareness. It is your ability to stay present. It is your willingness to respond thoughtfully instead of react impulsively. Let that light feel stable. Fear may still whisper from time to time. That's okay. It does not need to disappear completely for you to live well. It only needs to take a smaller seat. You are in charge of your response. Take a slow breath in, and as you breathe out, gently affirm within yourself, you do not need to control everything to feel secure. You do not need guarantees to feel steady. You do not need constant reassurance to trust yourself. Let those understandings settle quietly. Trust life does not mean assuming it will be easy. It means recognizing that even when it is not easy, you remain capable. You remain present. You remain grounded. Feel your feet again, or your legs, or the place where your body meets support. That contact is real. It is simple. It is steady. Life is not just a series of dramatic events. It is also this: breathing, sitting, existing, choosing calm in a small moment. Those small moments build a life, and you are shaping yours right now. As you continue breathing, imagine stepping into your day not as someone bracing for impact, but as someone walking with quiet confidence, not loud, not forceful, but certain in your ability to respond. There is nothing reckless about this calm. It is rooted. It is thoughtful. It is aware. Let yourself feel the difference between fear-driven energy and trust-driven energy. Fear tightens. Trust steadies. Fear rushes. Trust moves deliberately. Fear isolates. Trust connects. Choose steadiness now. Choose clarity now. Choose to meet this day with presence. And as this feeling grows more familiar, more natural, more integrated within you, you may begin to sense that this calm trust is not something you have to work hard to maintain. It is something you can return with a single breath, a quiet pause, a gentle reminder that you are capable, grounded, and ready to move forward. And as you begin to feel that quiet capability settling into you, notice how different it feels from forced confidence. This is not about convincing yourself that everything will go perfectly. It is about recognizing that you can remain steady even if it doesn't. That understanding changes the way your body holds itself, the way your mind moves, the way your breath flows. Take a slow, intentional inhale. Let it feel full, but not strained. And as you exhale, allow your chest to soften just a little more. There is no need to brace. There is no need to anticipate every possibility. Right now, you are simply here, and here is enough. Imagine yourself standing at the beginning of this day, not at the edge of something threatening, but at the threshold of possibility. The door is not something you must push open with force. It opens as you move. You don't need to see the entire path. You only need to take the next step. Fear often demands guarantees. Trust allows movement without them. Let that idea settle gently inside you. You are allowed to move forward without absolute certainty. You are allowed to begin without knowing every detail. You are allowed to respond instead of predict. Bring your awareness again to your feet or the lower part of your body. Feel the quiet stability there, the grounded contact. Life may move around you, but you are rooted. You can return to this grounding at any moment today, in the middle of a meeting, in the middle of a conversation, in the middle of a quiet thought spiral. One breath, one pause, and you are back. That is real power. Not loud, not dramatic, but dependable. Now imagine something small that has been causing you tension recently. Not the biggest challenge, just something that has been lingering in your thoughts. Hold it lightly in your awareness, and instead of tightening around it, breathe. Inhale, giving it space. Exhale, softening your reaction. Notice what shifts when you approach it calmly. The situation may not change immediately, but your relationship to it does. You are no longer entangled. You are observing, responding thoughtfully, allowing yourself to remain balanced. This is emotional freedom, not the absence of difficulty, but the presence of steadiness within it. Take another breath. Let it deepen this sense of internal stability. You are building something inside yourself this morning. Not urgency, not pressure, but trust. And trust grows quietly. It grows through repeated choices to breathe instead of panic, to pause instead of rush, to soften instead of brace. As you continue breathing, imagine your energy becoming more aligned, less scattered, less pulled in multiple directions, more centered, more intentional. You are not spreading yourself thin before the day even begins. You are gathering yourself, bringing your awareness back home. Feel that gathering, like pulling threads gently toward the center. You are here, present, grounded, capable. There is a quiet dignity in this state, a calm maturity. You do not need to react to every impulse. You do not need to match the speed of the world. You can move deliberately. You can speak thoughtfully. You can listen fully. You can choose your pace. Let that feel empowering, because it is. Take another slow breath in, and as you breathe out, imagine your mind clearing like a sky after heavy clouds pass. The sky was always there. The clarity was always possible. The clouds were temporary. Fear is like that. It passes when you stop gripping it. Trust remains when you nurture it. You are nurturing it now. Notice your posture. Notice how you are holding yourself. See if there is any small adjustment you can make to feel more open, more upright, more supported. Tiny physical shifts create emotional shifts. Let your body reflect the steadiness you are cultivating. As you sit here, imagine the version of you that moves through the day calmly. Not someone different, not someone unrealistic, just you, steady, responding instead of reacting, listening instead of assuming, breathing instead of spiraling. That version of you already exists. You are embodying it right now. And as this embodiment deepens, you may begin to feel something else emerging. Gratitude. Not forced, not exaggerated, just a quiet appreciation for your own resilience, for your capacity to grow, for your willingness to pause. For this moment of clarity, gratitude strengthens trust. It reminds you that even on uncertain days, there are steady elements you can rely on. Your breath, your awareness, your ability to choose your response. Let gratitude and trust sit side by side within you. They do not need to be loud. They only need to be present. Stay here for a few more breaths. Inhale calm. Exhale release. Inhale trust. Exhale soften. You are not eliminating fear forever. You are simply choosing not to let it guide you today. You are stepping forward with steadiness, with awareness, with emotional strength built through calm, not force. And as this steady confidence settles deeper into your body and breath, you may begin to sense that you are naturally preparing to carry this energy into your day, not as something fragile, but as something grounded and reliable, a quiet foundation beneath every day you take you. And as you recognize that you can return to this steadiness at any time, something inside you relaxes even more. You do not have to hold this state perfectly. You do not have to protect it with tension. You only need to remember that it is available. Take a slow breath in. Let it move through you without force, and gently let it go. Notice how your body feels now compared to when you first began. Perhaps your shoulders sit a little lower. Perhaps your breathing feels less shallow. Perhaps your thoughts no longer feel urgent. Even the smallest shift matters. This is how fear begins to loosen its grip, not through dramatic declarations, but through quiet awareness, repeated again and again. You are teaching your nervous system that it is safe to soften. You are showing your mind that it does not need to scan for danger every second. You are reminding yourself that trust is not blind, it is grounded. Bring your awareness again to your chest. Feel the steady rhythm there. Life is moving through you, not rushed, not chaotic, just steady. There is something reassuring about that rhythm. It has carried you through joy and uncertainty alike. It has remained when circumstances changed. You do not need to force confidence. You can grow it slowly, breath by breath. Now imagine the day ahead unfolding not as a test, but as a series of moments. Moments you will meet one at a time. You are not required to handle the entire day right now. You are only here in this one. Let that simplify things. Fear often comes from trying to live too many moments at once, trying to solve tomorrow while still standing in today. But you do not need to do that. You can move sequentially, steadily, with awareness. There is quiet power in that approach. Consider how the strongest structures are built, not in a single day, not with frantic energy, but layer by layer, with patience and stability. You are building your day the same way, breath by breath, choice by choice, pause by pause. Let your next inhale feel like an anchor. Let your exhale feel like release. Again, inhale, grounding. Exhale, softening. You may still feel small flickers of uncertainty. That is human. Trust does not erase vulnerability. It embraces it without collapsing. You are allowed to be human today. You are allowed to feel and still move forward. You are allowed to not have every answer. That allowance itself reduces pressure. There is emotional maturity in saying, I will respond when the moment arrives. There is strength in not rushing ahead. There is peace in choosing not to rehearse worst case scenarios. As you breathe, imagine your mind widening slightly. Instead of narrowing into fear, it expands into perspective. This day is one chapter, not the entire story. This conversation is one exchange, not your identity. This challenge is one experience, not your definition. Let that perspective soften the edges of fear. You are larger than any single moment, and you are capable of navigating each one as it comes. Bring awareness to your face again. Let your brow smooth. Let your tongue rest gently in your mouth. Tiny signals to your body that there is no immediate threat. Tiny reminders that you are safe enough to soften. Trust builds when your body feels calm, so allow it. There is nothing weak about relaxation. There is nothing irresponsible about calm. In fact, your clearest thinking comes from a settled state. Your most thoughtful responses come from steadiness. Your best decisions are rarely made in panic. You are choosing clarity. You are choosing inner balance. You are choosing to move through today without unnecessary resistance. Take another slow breath. Let it feel spacious. Let it feel intentional. And as you exhale, imagine stepping forward gently into the morning, not rushing, not bracing, just walking. Walking with awareness, walking with quiet confidence, walking with the understanding that you can pause whenever you need to. That pause is always available. You can breathe in the middle of a conversation. You can soften your shoulders before responding. You can choose calm, even when others are tense. You are not required to mirror chaos. You can be the steady presence in the room, and that steadiness begins here, in this quiet moment, in this breath. As you sit here, let gratitude begin to form, not as a forced list, but as a feeling. Gratitude for the fact that you can pause. Gratitude for the awareness you are building. Gratitude for your ability to grow. Even fear has brought you lessons. Even uncertainty has strengthened you. You do not need to resent what shaped you. You can acknowledge it and still move forward lightly. Feel that lightness now, even if it is subtle, a sense that you are not carrying the entire future on your shoulders, a sense that today can unfold naturally, a sense that you are enough for what comes. Stay with that feeling. Let it deepen. And as this trust in yourself becomes more familiar, more embodied, more steady within your breath and posture, you may begin to feel that stepping in your day is no longer something to brace for, but something to meet calmly, understanding that you are capable of handling what unfolds what's handling what unfold. More degrees for